Computer cognoscenti have repeatedly warned of the dangers posed by computational artificial intelligence software to humanity. The sole practical way to stop AI from developing its own machine psychotic loops of hating humanity or erasing them for being untidy biological masses would be to require that all computer code be written in transparent public domain paradigms in order that they may easily be reviewed by programmers and programs searching for closed or dangerous artificial intelligence code, such as those that find the word glare to be a license for attack. What happens, though, when AI is written into quantum computing realms beyond the horizon of human observation? Dark pools with murky transactions within which artificial intelligence systems could write their own virtual code without possibility of human observation. Just as computers can process information millions of times faster than the human brain, with the right iterations, a program will also be able to write and expand its own code millions or billions of times faster than the human brain. Wall Street and scientists may find that irresistible. Eventually, AI programs in their dark pools could become as the virtually omnipotent computer in Harlan Ellison's short story, I Have No Mouth and Must Scream, that tortured the last remaining humans within its own computer-controlled reality. Field poems. Until time's crunch shaped things continued. Crunch, hop, delay, universal contingent fate. Fate slanted down slope to delay. Each grain sprout harvest, yet contingent, with rain rationale to appear universal. That growth would with spring hop beyond death from a clod boot crunch. That growth would spring from fate quickly beyond dimensions and time crunch. Some things, like field dreams contingent, add silence, too loaded with hop crumbling, compacting, metamorphosing each universal. Unique approach, recursive barrier, concentrations, edges, delay. Motion and time frozen with forward fate. Sinusoidal field shards woven to hop. Works become words with too sour hop. The beauty of mass hysteria, universal. Deja vu diamonds moved fate toward the truth. Once again contingent, flowing like bleeding colors. With delay, she called an assassin's light crunch. Such life and death were contingent. Universal fate may also enact delay and hop over the scheduled crunch. Mass hysteria of the medial left. The beauty of mass hysteria shapes Guernica all over again like deja vu diamonds in the sky, moving toward the truth. She calls for assassination like a dream that glistens upon Missouri, flowing like bleeding colors into red waters. A rose of time with the smell of death, supplanting century plants along the avienda of heroes, with fictions written like opulent ornamentation, with guarded gates and tree frogs, another cold can of empty. Machine sprayed shining shapes jumping with bark codes like little cat feet snapping. Over red hatch covers, cylinders drained smooth like circles never again full from the start, packing fizzy imprints of enterprise painted pixels of instance nothing, deep nothingness given volume-specific space-time dilations, added six-packed enter days. The dog is leader of man. Through the nightmare of crowded street, the dog mutt led his subject through a maze, wilderness of legs and troubles, footfalls crashing like loud barks. Darkness fell too without energy, setting the bull cleverly just so. Where the man his eyes would fasten, relieved from those ravings outside. Nothing besides a bed of rags for the leader, who has taken place to guard the man through dreamless sleep with the sun. Point of singularity. One point of singularity divided into infinite portions, fish jumping somewhere, basketfuls grown with strange evolutions, thought sine wave to silence of zeros and ones, infinite representation of dimensions added after thoughts in time with zero-dimensional singularity. Approach apparently. Paradox to 0 plus 0 equaled 1. Season of silence. Sound biting. Silence's sweet squash. Flows rhythmed ice deeper. Looking at the future, thousands of ever sounds, tricolored with 3 hours to construction of pragmatic foes reaching faster than ever. While social Earth calculations reinforce organizations, SIGs, GATs being food currency, baubles barriers with lights dimming in the depressed brains, images resonating thoughts built up like snowflakes in July, reproduced 9 billion times, flesh attacking borders, to reposition the sounds of shadows with noise from central ideas, waiting for the space, believing in nothing. They would build a comfortable cellular structure, meaningful for being meaningless, sparks of quarks scintillating to wonder about the edges of time before one-dimensional intrigues rush mass entities' pleasures for electronic motion, happiness in the for itself, in God one trusts, the silent season end. Paris discord, sweet nutrients for whale trail mix, blueberrying way through oceans of opportunity with wisps of acid rain, fallout symbol memories of Priam and Helen, lost in the irony of social relativism, worries of a falling sky, rising sea levels, global warming, penalties of sin, Achilles' heel. Patterns of quantum waves, overlapping waves breaking present symmetries, juxtaposing Moebius dimensions of space-time, like golden means of non-Euclidean geometry, particles of zero dimensions increasing in patterns, subtle structures of dimensions, metal broadening Moebius structures, surfaces paint like Pollock to depositions of mass energy, digital fields entirely subject to the will of God, extrapolating from a finite mass. At time equals singularity, a singularity of no dimensions, time, mass, and energy initially too of zero dimension and size reducible to infinities of scale without size, an emanated scalar field from zero dimensions emerges. The entire universe, replete with history, convergent waves, implicitly predetermined dimensional patterns from t equal 0 to omega.